Are you committed or merely interested? This video is about how to motivate yourself for success. Sometimes we do ourselves a disservice by saying that we're committed to something when really we're only interested in it. I'm a professional psychologist. I'm going to share with you the way you can tell the difference, whether you're committed or interested, and 3 specific things that you can do to motivate yourself. Let's jump right into how we can tell if we're actually committed to something, regardless of what we say to it. There's 2 documents that are going to reveal to you whether you're actually committed. Document number 1, your calendar. Does it show up on your schedule? Document number 2, your checkbook or bank account. In other words, are you actually investing your resources into this thing? That's how you can tell if you're committed. Some people, when I'll do an event, for example, they'll say, yeah, Dr. Paul, I am committed. I'll be there. Well, unless they've paid me for the event, they're merely interested. If it's not on their calendar, they might be curious, but they're not yet committed to it. Do you see how this works? So for you, when you say that you're committed to something, it has to show up somewhere on your day and in your resource list. Your calendar and your checkbook. That's basically how we can tell. Sometimes we don't fully commit to something because of fear of being locked in or not having a choice at that point. Really? Who do you think's in charge of your commitments? It's you. I've had a few moments with this personally over the last few weeks when I felt locked into something. I felt like I can't handle everything that's on my plate right now. And then I remember, wait a minute. Who chose to do this in the first place? It's me. I may have shared this story with you on some other videos, but I remember this time when I was driving, okay? Can you picture this with me? You're in your car, you're driving, you're listening to the radio or to a podcast or something interesting, and you get distracted and you go right past your exit. Have you done this before? I was doing this in southern Utah. I'm driving along to see a client in southern Utah. I knew I had missed my exit when I saw a big colorful sign. Arizona welcomes you. I love the state of Arizona, but that's not where I was heading for this particular trip. And I'm looking around myself. I'm in the desert of Arizona. And I think to myself, how did I get here? And then I look down, and guess whose hands I see on my steering wheel? Yep, they're mine. This bites a little when we take personal responsibility for our choices. Because it's like, oh, I'm here because I drove here. And once we get past that initial sting, the bad news is also the good news. Because if my hands are on the wheel, what can I do now? Right? I can steer it. I can take it where I want it to go. I get to choose my course from there. I was thinking of this as we were talking today about personal responsibility and how it can feel when we're committed to something that we're locked in, and we have a fear of that because of it. So instead of being afraid of the commitment, maybe we can just acknowledge our personal responsibility and keep our hands on the wheel so that we can make course adjustments if we need to. Hey, it's okay to just be interested in something. I'm inviting you to own that and not say that you're committed to it unless you actually are. What if we just gave ourselves permission to just be interested in something? Yeah, that's really interesting. And I use that phrase as a reminder really to myself that it's okay for me to be interested in it. It doesn't mean that I have to commit to it. Being interested in things allows you to consider different options and possibilities. I think that's a good thing. It's actually very empowering. Let's just not say that we're committed to something when we're basically interested in it. Now, I promised you 3 strategies. I'll get to those next, but first, if you appreciate this kind of content, would you just take a moment to click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell while you're at it? That way you'll have access to every video that we produce for you in the coming weeks. So let's take what we've learned and turn that into some very practical strategies. Strategy number 1, get used to correctly identifying whether you're actually committed or merely interested. Practice it. Start looking at the things you've been telling yourself you're committed to and just ask the question, am I really? Or am I interested in this? Either way's fine, by the way. There's no moral benefit to being committed to something when you're actually just interested in it. So get really good at identifying when you're committed and when you're merely interested. Own it. Strategy number 2, if you are committed, remember that's going to show up in a couple of different documents, and the first one is your calendar. The only time you can do anything is now. I don't mean right now, because we're sharing this time together right now. But when you're doing it, it will be now. You can't really do anything later. How would you even do that? And the past is already gone, so the only time you can actually do it is now. We're going to define that as a start time and an end time with a very specific task in between. So you go to your calendar when you're committed. If you decide that you're actually committed, put it on your schedule. Trust me, this is a way to invite your brain to start working on it in a powerful way. And until it's on your calendar, you're probably just interested. Let's get it into your schedule. And here's strategy number 3. We're going to the other document now, your checkbook. If you are truly committed, you will invest your time, your effort, your money, and sometimes a combination of all of those. So find the investment to do it. This is where a lot of people get stuck on, well, I can't afford it. Look, psychologically, your brain has to have something that's possible. When you say, I can't afford it, you're telling your brain, well, last step, we're done, hang it up. Because what step comes after I can't? There isn't one. Notice that. So we're going to do this in a brain-friendly way. And instead of saying, I can't afford it, you're going to ask, how can I afford it? How can I invest what is necessary? And oftentimes it comes down to either your time and energy or your money. And often both. If you have more money than you have time, then invest your money. If you have more time than you have money, then invest your time. You with me? You'll have to invest something. Until you make the investment, you're not really committed. Just check your own experience and see if that's true. So if you're committed, find a way to make the investment that's necessary. Time, energy, money, all three, or some combination of those. I hope that you found this video helpful and that you're ready to actually commit to what you're actually committed to. It's okay to be interested in stuff. Hey, do you have a coach yet? If not, I'm happy to step into that role for you. Go.liveonpurposecentral.com. That's the coaching platform where I can get involved in your personal team. Come and see us. Go.liveonpurposecentral.com.